Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thanks, guys. The Wildcats head coach told me before the game he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. On the run from inside his own 5. The Aggies offense will go on the attack first. Mario Craver, this is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He has a big play waiting to happen.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on deep.
There's a crease. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Starts to scramble to the left. Looking for a big play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
This defense talked about it. We want to set the tone. We don't want to give up big plays. First drive, the offense tries to accomplish that. This is a big play offense. Defense does a great job staying at home, staying disciplined, and getting the INT, creating some early momentum in this football game.
The Wildcats offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The 12th man, Warden, standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got his man across the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, that's a nice job on third down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first third down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe. Everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Handoff for Baxter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. They'll run play action. Going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
Gashes them in the middle. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, past the 30. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Yeah, and we saw it last week. This guy's got big play ability. I mean, he can make those big plays, and now you see it again, man. Over 100 last week, looking to go over 100 this week, and this is why. You hand him the football, he makes enormous plays, chews up a ton of yards, and really catapults this offense.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Kentucky!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. On the run, it's Morrow. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Got a little grass. The 40, the 30, the 20. Slippery slide, finding his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off on the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. With the catch, it's Anderson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Works his way to the 18-yard line. Not enough for the first down. They'll be facing 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Turning it on! Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Trying to impose their will with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. He might want another play. Reed. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, a lot of times you're trying to throw slants against man coverage. If you're going to do it against zone, it's got to be so precise, and that time just a little bit off, and that's why it falls incomplete.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Looking for the first down. Texas A&M lines up on fourth. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Finds him out of the backfield. There he goes. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Again, it's Reed. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Knocked down inside the red zone, and they pick it up on 4th down to keep this drive moving.
And I tell you what, it makes it really hard defensively when you have to play 4 downs every time. Like, your goal is to get to 4th down so you can get off the field. When they go for it on 4th down and having so much success, now the play count's starting to roll up there. It's so hard to stop offenses that continue to go for it on 4th down.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Inside the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky! It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Baker. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it to the right side. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing...
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake by the Q, and then he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
Offense gets set for second down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Second down coming up. They'll go to the ground. Could be an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Going to the run. It's Morrow. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Kentucky spends its second timeout here. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Bussey. He's trying to get it in, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. How about that blocking up front and that running game? Breaks into the open. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Shakes off the defender. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Rush is on him, looking for a big gain. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable, man. He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
One thing this defense always talks about.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Looking deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the Washington State Cougars. And it's the Huskies looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC. Now back over to your game at Kyle Field. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. returner will field it and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He returns it almost to the 35. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Solid work on that one. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Kentucky's head coach said in the locker room, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Thanks, Holly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll try the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Makes the grab. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll give it to the back. Picks up the 1st down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Now adjusting. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
He did a really good job on 3rd down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in. On 3rd down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Reed. Bringing the heat. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tripped up for the tackle.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On the move. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Firing to the right, complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses.
Finding some room. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
Well, the offense at this point is just doing everything they can to not give the football back to their opponent. Even though they're up in this game, they're still going for it on fourth down. That's now the third different fourth down they've converted in this game.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they happen. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action. The sure hands, it's Rodriguez. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Kentucky going quickly.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You've got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
It'll be 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Working the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing Reed. Here comes the heat. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they get him down.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll pull it down and run. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
Grant behind the line. It's Morrill. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The game is well in hand. You just hope this injury's not serious. If time permits, Holly will get us up to date. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Bussey. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They didn't have to cover a ton of ground, moving at 33 yards. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. And the returner will be dragged down. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. They're facing a 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out fast. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. The option, the keeper. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. So now it's 2nd and long. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse